I'm Igor Kayfetz, and this is The List Building Lifestyle, the podcast for anyone who wants to build a wildly profitable email list working from home. If you'd like to make six figures, travel the world, and help people improve their lives in the process, this podcast is for you. I also invite you to claim a free copy of my best-selling book, The List Building Lifestyle: Confessions of an Email Millionaire, at igorsbook.com. Get the free book plus $3,000 bonus package that includes my best capture page templates, email swipe files, and traffic blueprints. Visit www.igorsbook.com for details. And now, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. Welcome back to the List Building Lifestyle. I'm your host, Igor Kayfetz. And today's guest, it was really difficult for me to carve out a cool introduction for him because this dude, he's quietly living in Canada, rakes in the big bucks with affiliate marketing, and does that in a completely passive way with paid advertising. So instead of giving you a big introduction about my guest, I'd much rather bring him on and we can chat all about paid traffic, affiliate marketing, and specifically how you can make money with Microsoft ads and affiliate products. So allow me to bring out my guest today, Ivan Mana. Ivan, how's it going, man?
Hey, Igor. Thank you for inviting. Really happy to be here.
Yeah, great to have you because and I shared this with you before we started, I've been following your YouTube channel for a long time. I was starting out a couple of projects as well, side projects with affiliate marketing in different niches, and I was doing that with a buddy of mine, and whenever he would come and ask me a question, because I was so lazy to actually go and record trainings for him or to explain things to him, I would literally go and find things on your YouTube channel and tell him, okay, you watch this video on around minute 6, he's going to show you this, do that. This is how you do tracking. This is how you upload a campaign. This is how you start a Google Ads account. So, your free course library on YouTube is just insane. And I wish more people in our industry did tutorials of as high quality as you do them. So before we jump in, I just want to say, guys, you're listening to this, if you want to learn more about ads, how to run ads to affiliate offers, how to create tracking links, how to build landing pages, you should really check out Ivan's YouTube channel at youtube.com/IvanMana. He's got a ton of free videos there, super detailed, point and click simple, literally watching over this guy's shoulder on how you can start and run ad campaigns, build funnels, landing pages. I think there's everything there besides maybe email sequences, which is something I didn't find. But other than that, the channel is just packed with so much good stuff. I highly recommend checking out youtube.com/IvanMana. So with that said, Ivan, I know that one of the primary traffic sources you're using is Microsoft Ads. And I also know, because we do have a program on Microsoft Ads, is that a lot of people don't even know what that is. So can we start off with you kind of, putting some light on what the heck Microsoft Ads are?
Yeah, well, of course. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the support for my channel. I do put in a lot of work, so I really appreciate that you find value in it. So thank you for your support. And in terms of Microsoft Ads, so what it is, so there's a lot of information online, and there's a huge fire about Facebook ads, native ads, networks like this, Reddit, Quora, but people seem to forget the easiest, I think the lowest hanging fruit, and that is search ad networks, where you can give people literally what they're asking for. You don't have to do what they call disruptive marketing, which is what Facebook is, where you have to throw an ad in front of people on Facebook, and make it attractive enough and hope that people stop and look at it and click on it. Search marketing, in my opinion, is way easier than that. When people search for something, you simply deliver and give them what they search for. And that's where Microsoft and Google Ads comes in, where you can create ads and focus on specific keywords that you want to target. And when people type in those keywords, your ad will show up.
Right. Okay. Now, but Microsoft, I mean, how did they get into ads? Like, a lot of times when I bring this up to people, they're like, Microsoft, they have ads? Wait, isn't that Bing? Is that Bing ads? So, I feel a lot of people are sort of unaware. You know what I mean? Like, they
Hmm.
really
Hmm.
don't know. Even the hardcore media buyers, they might have heard something about it, but they don't even take it seriously. I guess my
Hmm.
question to you is, what has your experience with Microsoft Ads been in the last couple of years, and what can you tell us about it, and should we even be paying attention?
Yeah, so all great questions. So, first of all, your question about Microsoft ads, what is that? So, yes, it was called Bing ads just a few years ago because the ads would run on Bing.com, just like Google ads, the ads are ran on Google.com. And so they rebranded to Microsoft ads. I haven't looked at the exact reasons why they did that, but obviously, Microsoft owns Bing, so some to do with that. So that's kind of maybe the little misconception about what's Microsoft ads. It's basically Bing ads, that's just rebranded. And
Yeah,
then, yeah, sorry.
yeah. I was just saying, yeah, they did a rebrand, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's great. I mean, what the heck is Bing anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Ad just sounds a lot more. I mean, it just sounds better. And
Mm-hmm.
what I didn't realize is just how much traffic they have. Like, I've actually done some research about this, and I'm not sure if my research is correct, but they've got about their audience, their entire audience consists of about two United States. Like, if you take two times the population of the United States, that's how many clicks you can generate, unique clicks you can generate on that network. And correct me if I'm wrong, I also remember that they've got, I think, one third of all PCs in the world accessing through their ad platform or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So it's a huge opportunity, huge untapped potential if you haven't tried it before.
So, when did you first get into Microsoft Ads, and what was that experience like?
Yeah, so back to your second question from a while ago. So I started 5 years ago. Just when I started affiliate marketing, Microsoft ads and Google ads were kind of the first networks that I started with, and I stuck with them. And my experience has been great. So I found, well, I've tried a lot of different networks. I've tried Facebook ads, I tried native ads, like Ref Content, Tabula, all that. I tried a little bit of solo ads. Maybe I should take some lessons from you in terms of the email marketing when it comes to solo ads. I know you're great at that.
Yes, thank you for acknowledging.
Of course. For for me, I started with Microsoft Ads and Google, and the reason why I stuck with it. So my experience has been great, and the reason why I still stuck with them after 5 years and now going on to the sixth year is because I think it's one of the, how do I say it? One of the best passive income sources you can find. So what I mean by that is if you run native ads, there is a lot of potential to make a lot of money on native ads. I mean, you can make, I know people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a day from running native ads, which is great. The issue with native ads is that you have to keep on looking at the ads and keep on looking at the competition and keep on changing the ads. And, after a few days, maybe after a week or so, that offer might not do so well anymore. And you have to go in and change it up. Whereas with Microsoft ads, my experience has been that if I create an ad for an offer and it's been going well, it can go well for months, maybe even years. So
Unchanged, you mean?
correct, yes. Technically, you could just leave it completely unchanged.
Wow.
And it can still make you money because people are searching for that stuff. So, if the number of people searching goes down, well, you're not paying for those people that aren't interested. You're only paying per click. That's it. Whereas, for example, with native ads, even if everybody loses interest, you will still have to pay because they will see your ads on the page that they're viewing.
Right, because native is a per impression charge model,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly. Because it's on a website. You're not showing ads to people that are looking for them. You're showing ads to people on a website that you found could do well in terms of selling your product to people on that specific website. But with, yeah. with Microsoft and Google, I just found it easier to just, once you optimize a campaign, figure out what's working, you can leave it running, and you don't have to technically change anything for you to be making good money month in, month out.
Wow. And of course, once you've got one campaign running, it only makes sense to create the next one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So you just build on it. I mean, I have maybe about 20, 25 campaigns running on autopilot right now, that if I have to go on a break, on vacation for a few weeks, maybe a few months, technically I could still be making money without even having to check the ad network at all.
Wow. That's, I mean, isn't that the dream? Isn't that why everybody gets into affiliate marketing?
That is, yes, absolutely.
I mean, naturally, then I have to ask the question, with the money coming in on autopilot and you having the ability to go away anytime you want, what does your average day look like?
My average day actually looks pretty good. So every morning I do wake up, I do check my ads. Obviously, I do want to make sure everything's going well. I look at the impressions, look at the clicks, see if I can make any changes. I always have split tests running. I then go to the gym, have a nice workout, eat lunch, come back, maybe read something, do some research for my next upcoming YouTube video. And then in the evenings, I usually like to go out, do something either with friends or maybe something sporty, go out for a walk again, something like that. Engage in some mind activities in the evening before bed, and then sleep, and then repeat the day all over again.
Wow, so pretty normal. I mean, I didn't hear any, I didn't notice any Lamborghinis
Oh no.
you know what I mean? Like this
Yes.
extravagant idea of how people, that's how people think
Mm-hmm.
about super affiliates. They fly in private jets,
Mm-hmm.
they take their yacht out,
Mm-hmm.
every morning, and they drive a Lambo, and that's what they do all day long. And film
Right.
everything for YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Everyone has their own habits. I like to think that I'm a minimalist. So if you see my place where I live, I have the bare minimum that I need to live. I mean, I just recently got a TV, after living here for a few years, and that TV wasn't even for me. It was mainly for guests, to keep them entertained. So I keep it, just to the bare minimum, including my life. Like if I have a car that gets me from point A to point B, like why do I need a Lamborghini? But that's just me.
Right. Well, regarding the TV, I actually agree. I only have one TV in my house,
Mm-hmm.
and we only have it because we just had it for so long. I think we bought it like
Mm-hmm.
7 or 8 years ago. It's not even. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's like fully compatible with all the different things that you can now get on your smart TV. But
Exactly.
yeah, I've never put emphasis on TVs for sure. Like this is something
Mm-hmm.
that annoyed that crap out of me when I was growing up, because in Israel, when I was growing up, when we came to Israel from
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, my dad had a double bypass, and since that point, it was the work. He just couldn't find any work, and he would also not qualify for disability. So he was like in that sort of limbo phase where
Mm-hmm.
the government wouldn't pay him, but also people didn't want to hire him. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember the day when he went to the bank and somehow sweet talked them into giving him a visa, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
could kind of stretch out our living expenses and start accumulating some debt, which wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
goal, but that's exactly what ended up happening and putting us into a big, big, big hole. One of the first things he did, right, with the newly found debt money was, what do you think it was? It was, of course, buying a big ass TV. So we didn't have lots of books in our house. My parents never spent money on seminars or any sort of training, right? But we did have a big ass TV, and then we bought another one so my parents can have one in their bedroom. So it was basically, there was like, I think eventually we had, I think, like 3 or 4 TVs in a 2-bedroom apartment. So that was, I mean, that just kind of shows, right? Shows where people's priorities are, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a reason why successful people become successful, and people who don't become successful, they kind of
Mm-hmm.
stay where they are.
Mm-hmm. 100%, 100%. Yeah. I mean, it's about, mastering yourself and doing the best that you can for yourself versus trying to flash it for others and show what you're not, to an extent.
Yeah, it's really not about a penis measuring contest. It's more about building.
Right.
What I really like about your setup right now is you kind of figured out what your life by design should look like, and it seems like you just designed it the way you like it, rather than trying to fit into some kind of a standard.
100%. Yeah, I don't really care what anyone thinks. Like if I'm happy, if my family is happy, my friends are happy, that's all I need. That's all I need. You know?
Yep. All right. So back to Microsoft ads. So are you primarily driving traffic from an ad to an affiliate link, or do you use any other kind of strategy there?
Yeah, so when I first started, I was overwhelmed by how much work had to be done with, driving traffic to an offer. So what I did was I did send traffic from the ad straight to the affiliate offer, which is called direct linking. And I still think that's the easiest way for somebody to get started. So you're not overwhelmed with building an email list, creating the autoresponders, building out a landing page website, then connecting and setting up all the tracking with the page. It gets complicated. It gets overwhelming for somebody who's a complete beginner. So what I did, is I just did direct linking just so I could focus on the ads and just say, hey, like, do my ads look good? Let me first work on the ads before I expand.
So do you still do that, or did over time something change for you?
So I actually don't. I did change up my approach. I do now have a landing page that I sent people to a landing page first. And I just found over time that a landing page converts better rather than direct linking. I have two ideas why. I have a video on the two reasons why I think that's the case. And it just comes down to basic psychology factors, such as if you have a landing page, you're able to pre-frame people, or not pre-frame, I think it's just called frame people, where you can tell them what to expect, basically. So you can, right, rather than sending them straight away to a direct link video, for example, and they're saying, whoa, like, what is this video? I never signed up for a video. I was looking for this. On your landing page, you're able to tell them exactly what to expect. And so it's just a psychological factor that makes it a little bit easier for the person, because when they click on the ad, they see exactly what you promised them. And sometimes if you just direct link, that doesn't happen. And then you're able to tell people what to expect. And it just makes for a much smoother journey. And the second reason I found why a landing page works better is because of the commitment psychology principle. So when they click on your ad and then they click on a few more buttons on your landing page, such as the button that says continue to next page, they psychologically think that they're more invested. Otherwise, why would they click on stuff? So because of that thing, that where they think they're more invested, they're also more likely to buy, to convince themselves that, hey, this product is what I need, obviously, because I clicked on so many buttons to get here. So it must be important to me. So that's why I found a landing page performs better for me than just direct linking right now.
Yeah. This whole idea of investing yourself into something and therefore being more committed to it, I think it's a big overlooked principle in persuasion in general. I don't recall which book it was. Might have been The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, but in one of these sort of influence books, I think the tip was, if you want someone to like you more, what you do is you ask them to help you in some way. Basically, you ask them to do you a favor. And what's interesting is that when somebody does a favor to you, like maybe unconsciously or in the like unconscious mind, they've now sent a message to themselves saying, hey, I've invested into this person, therefore I must like them. And I found it to be fascinating. So what you're saying is, by using a sandwich page or a bridge page between the ad and the offer you're promoting, and getting people to take these extra few micro commitments throughout the page, such as scrolling, reading, clicking onto the affiliate link, they take it a little bit more seriously, right? They're not as flaky. They're not as likely to bounce back from the page. They're much more likely to stick around and check out the sales page.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly it.
Right. Yeah. And do you on that bridge page, do you Do you choose to build a list, or do you say, okay, no, just going to be a click through to the next link?
So when I first test an offer and just see how well it's doing, uh, I just do it without an email list, just to avoid the complication, just to see how much traffic is coming in. But then over time, if I'm seeing sales, if I'm seeing that there is demand for the product, then I do usually add like an email submit option, just because why not to collect an email list in the process?
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit different. For me, building a list is the be all end all of almost every process that I do. Sometimes I even don't mind not making a sale on a campaign, but I am looking forward to getting the email subscribers because I guess my whole approach is based on mailing lists, right? So it's just a different school of thought. It doesn't make this better or worse than your approach. But I do find it fascinating that you're able to make your ads work without retaining any of the clicks, unless there's some other magical way that you found to be able to kind of go back to the same people and put this offer in front of them again and again.
Well, you can actually, yeah, with remarketing. So both Microsoft and Google Ads, they do have conversion tracking codes, and you can add those to your pages, and then you can actually remarket to those same people. So that's an alternative, I guess, to email marketing if you don't have an email set up.
Right. So do you run lots of remarketing campaigns?
Not a lot, but for ones where I do have a considerable amount of traffic, yeah, I do.
Interesting. So what are you looking typically in a campaign? Like, how do you define a successful campaign versus unsuccessful one? How do you decide which ones you're going to cut or scale?
Yeah, so I mean, the long story short answer is basically just how much money you make, right? Versus how much money you spend. So if a campaign, I like to go with offers that pay me over $100 in commission in the health niche. These are my go-to offers. So let's suppose there's a product like, let's say, Resurge, for anyone familiar with ClickBank. I think it's on a few other networks as well, Resurge. So let's say it pays $100. If I spend maybe $200 to $300 and I don't make a single sale, then I would pause the campaign and I would just reevaluate the whole thing from start to finish and see what I could have done wrong. And I'm going to look at the numbers. I'm going to look at the click-through rate. I'm going to look at the impression rate, all the individual keywords. I'm going to look at the rate from the click from landing page to the offer, things like that, and just see, where the numbers are low, where the numbers are high.
Do you mind sharing the benchmarks you're using? Yeah. Like if it's a CTR, then it has to be 0.89% or above. Like
yeah. So click-through rate on the ad itself, for example, it depends on the keywords you're using too. Like there are bottom of the funnel keywords, like let's say for Resurge, you could do buy weight loss supplement. Like that's a very bottom of the funnel keyword that for me, a benchmark would be 15% plus CTR would be good. So anything below 15% CTR, I would have to take a look and see what's going on. Like what's wrong with my ad? Let me go on Google, let me go on Bing and see what competitors are doing to get more click-through rates. For more broad keywords, like for Resurge, it's a weight loss product, let's say how to lose weight, or just weight loss product. People not necessarily especially looking to buy. Anywhere from 4 to 6% plus is very good. So if you have an 8% CTR on those keywords, that's amazing. Whereas if you have a 3% CTR, that's kind of poor. So then I would pause it if it's below, let's say, 5%. Let's take an average 5%. I would pause it and I would take a look and see what can I do better. Yeah. So these are the numbers for the click-through rate on the ad. On the landing page itself, from landing page to the offer, I'd be looking at anywhere 40 to 50% plus rates. Especially without email, where you just have to click a button, it should be much higher. So 50% plus, I would say. So if people click on your landing page, there should be 1 out of 2 people should click on the button to go to the next page. If it's less than that, if it's maybe 30%, there's room for optimization. If it's 10%, I'm definitely 100% pausing the campaign and just reevaluating everything from start to finish. So these are some of the numbers. I don't know if that helps.
Right. So it's a very dry sort of like black and white decision making process, almost like a checklist.
Pretty much. I mean, depending on the keywords you're using, but aside from that, yeah, like you go by broad keywords versus bottom of the funnel keywords versus like in between keywords. Yeah.
So, do you mind sharing with us? So you said that the health offers that pay $100 per sale or more seems to be a go-to. Do you mind sharing with us what's the logic behind that? Was that like a
Hmm.
product of years of running campaigns and
Hmm.
looking for commonalities, or just a hunch? What is that?
Yeah, so that's basically where I make most of my income from. So I tried a bunch of different offers. They say the hottest offers are in health, wealth, and relationships. These are the three niches that dominate the online space. Just they have the most demand, basically health, wealth, and relationships. And so I tried all three. So I tried running dating offers. I tried running make money online offers. I tried running health offers. And the ones that stuck the most, that got me the most sales, were the health offers. And so I slowly shifted towards just focusing on those. The logic behind why those work, um, I don't know. I'm guessing people are more desperate for losing weight right away rather than they are for getting into a relationship or making money online.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Like I've always had a pretty decent sense of urgency to make money. That's for sure. As
Mhm.
well as they say sex is like air. When you don't have it, you kind of every breath is important. So I mean, as far as relationships and things like that, I guess I come with equal urgency. But
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting that it's health offer specifically. Now, this is not to say that you could make other niches work. It just seems that that kind of came easier. There was a lower barrier, right? Less friction.
Yes. So this is just me, right? So I'm just talking about my experience. So absolutely, you can make money in all the other spaces that you mentioned. But for some reason, though, maybe the way I built my landing page was similar to the ideal landing page for health loss, for health related offers, as opposed to say make money online, where my landing page maybe sucked, and that's why I didn't make any sales there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make money online can be a little bit brutal because you kind of have to do a good
Hmm.
job. Kind of like financial as well. You can't come in as an amateur into the financial space with all the companies like Agora and all of these companies. Just it's you have to bring some kind of X factor to the table, in my opinion. But I get what you mean. Now, one thing we know about ad networks, especially when it comes to affiliate marketing, of course, is that it's easy to get banned. I mean, Facebook bans people. I mean, anyone who runs Facebook ads, their biggest nightmare is getting losing the ad account, the personal account, and everything else.
Hmm.
What about Microsoft? Are they as strict?
Oh, yes. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I told you that you'll never get banned. They are very strict. I have received, I mean, hundreds of emails, hundreds of comments about accounts being banned left and right. And in fact, I was just helping my mother the other day, just last year, helping her set up some ads so that she could make some money online. And so I helped her with the ad creation process. So the first step was obviously let's create a Microsoft Ads account. And as soon as we finished creating the account, we didn't even put any billing information. We didn't set up any campaign. So you can't say, oh, this was the scam campaign or the billing details were fake. No, we just created the Microsoft Ads account and it was banned right away. It says your account was blocked. So sometimes they can block you left and right for absolutely no reason. Thankfully, we did get the account back after waiting for a week or two, after submitting an appeal. Some people aren't as lucky, unfortunately. And this is something we have no control over. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you that you must have broken the rules to be banned. No, there are legitimate people that I know, legitimate businesses, not even affiliates, just real businesses that are selling one product that get banned for we don't know why, unfortunately. So yeah, you can get banned anywhere. They are monopolies. These companies, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Ref Content, they are monopolies. I mean, they dominate the space and they can ban you for any reason. We don't know what it is. They don't like your name.
Yeah, our experience has been exactly the same. Where Anytime we've helped a client start an account, usually it's somebody who's brand new and they're just getting going. 90% of the time, the ban is taking place before they run an ad, before they spend a dime, before they enter a keyword, before they do anything at all. And although the appeal process might result in an account, being restored, I think what it comes down to is cybersecurity, because Microsoft is a really big company, like really, really big, and they, I think, have a tooth for identity theft. So their system, their algorithm, because anytime you get banned, it is a piece of software that bans you, not a human being. Its settings are set in a way where a lot of times it thinks that you stole someone's identity, and it's almost stupid just how often it happens. So what we found is you can submit an appeal and send them your details, kind of reaffirming that, hey, this is truly me. It's not, no one hacked me, no one stole my credit card. It's truly me. Here's some address proof. Here's me holding my credit card or something. And a lot of times it helps with getting that account back. The other thing I love about Microsoft is that there's actually someone you can talk to. Unlike with Facebook, Microsoft has a phone number you can call. They have a chat. There's like actual human beings working there, because my guess is these guys are B2B more so than a B2C, and they take their customer support seriously due to all the other products that they have.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing that I love about Microsoft, and I don't know, this is probably subjective, but maybe you can agree with me. Not a huge deal either, but the interface and how easy it is to navigate. Like Microsoft, I think, Microsoft and Google, they have a very easy to navigate layout once you become a little bit familiar with it. Whereas Facebook, it feels like they change their interface every day or something like that.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get used to it and say, okay, this doesn't make sense, but fine, I'm used to it, they change it up again into something that just makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, where is this button? Where is this? It's like, why are you taking me here? This isn't what I clicked for. So it's just that the interface with Facebook is also extremely frustrating, and I don't know why they constantly change it and make it even harder on the users when it was perfectly workable, perfectly fine before.
It's hard for me to chime in on this because it's been a long time since I was able to even see a Facebook interface. Anytime I try to get a Facebook ads account or run an ad, I get banned immediately. We actually just tried several weeks ago to start running one of our offers in the make money space, and the first, like, as soon as the ad went live, immediately the ad account was banned, the business manager account was banned, and the personal Facebook account of the person we were using also got banned. I mean, why do they make it so hard? It's like they're asking people to take their money away from Facebook.
I don't know. I really don't know. And one of the things I'm thinking of is, so I did have a Facebook account banned at some point as well. I think every affiliate does, and I think most people have their account banned at some point. I tried looking for a virtual credit card, and a lot of them weren't available in Canada. Most of the virtual credit cards were only available in the States. And in addition, for example, even on Microsoft and Google, the States has way more payment options. Like for Google, you can connect your bank account. You can do other things there that you can't on the Canadian side. So I'm thinking maybe it's possible that it's something to do with just geography. Maybe they have a high rate of people taking identity or something from certain areas, and they don't want like those areas to have access, which is what happened in my case. And it's sad, it sucks, but thinking maybe that could be something to do with it as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna blame it on Facebook being idiots. That's the easier explanation for me. They really,
that's fair.
For so many years they get complaints. For so many years, it's the same message in the media. For so many years, we're really, I mean, we are the direct response advertisers. We are why they're making billions of dollars. Then why do they keep making our life so difficult?
Because they don't care, because they know that they're gonna get new people coming to them anyway, so they don't care at all.
See, now that's not cool.
No, of course not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm 100% agreeing with you there.
I mean, in that way, as far as the interface, I agree. Microsoft Ads has the interface. I kind of compare it to what Google used to be 10 years ago. Google also got a little bit more complex. You kind of have to know your way around it. If you want to disable or enable some settings, you really got to go into the rabbit hole, so to speak. And some settings can't even be disabled anymore because Google wants you to spend more money. Microsoft gives you more control. Their interface is fairly simple. Their bidding model, by the way, their bidding algorithm is also simpler, because Google now, they won't even allow you to kind of set a bid. They just say, okay, either we're gonna run your budget as we see fit, or you tell us what sort of ROI you want to be making. We're going to try and get close to that. Of course, they never do. With Microsoft, you can actually still bid per click. You can still bid in the range. And what I actually love about the way Microsoft algorithm is set up as of right now, because we don't know if it's going to be the same a year from now, is they tell you. So once you've set up your bid, you let the campaign run for a day or two, and then they tell you, it's like, okay, this ad, if you raise your bid by 20 cents, we'll put it at the bottom of the first page. Or if you raise it by $1, we're going to put it on the top of the first page above all other ads. So they actually tell you where it's going to appear and how much money it's going to cost. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So more transparency with the customers.
Yeah. And I think these networks have to be like that, because Google, right now, Google, for example, they kind of take away that transparency. They make it less and less transparent for us, because they are moving towards one-click ads. You know what I mean? Like, they just want you to tell them, here's my website, and for Google to write the ad and run the ad and then set the bids and set the targeting. It's like they almost don't want people to tinker with the ads anymore.
Right. Yes, that came with a shift with the responsive search ads. Anyone that's a bit familiar with Microsoft and Google ads, they used to have text ads where you could go in and basically, what you're saying, just control everything. Put in your title, put in your, all the different title variations, descriptions. Now those are gone. Now they're doing responsive search ads, where you don't really have that much control over each title, where you have to put in a bunch of titles, and Google and Microsoft will play around with them themselves, not you. So they are slowly taking control. They have full faith in their machines and their machine learning, and that the machines, the algorithms, will get you the sales, not you.
Yeah. And personally, maybe I'm just being old school, but I don't like it.
No, I mean, me neither. Yes, like, we want more control. However, I did actually find a way. Anybody that has tried Microsoft Ads, and because you can no longer do text ads now, or you won't be able to very soon. I think they're shutting them off in August. I did find a way around it, how you can build text ads out of responsive search ads. So I keep on looking for ways to get back and to take this control. So that's definitely something I cover on my channel as well.
Yeah, nice. I've always appreciated how you tend to stay up to date with these things, because it does take effort to stay up to date. Because the way it's working right now and the way it's going to be 6, 12, 18 months from now might be completely different. And this is something we tell people when they consider to enroll in our Mads Academy program. We tell them that right now we're at this sweet spot of the curve where it's good. Like, the getting is good, but if you look at the way traffic sources have worked in the industry for the longest time, you look at Facebook or Google or anything else, what you will notice is it starts off well, then it evolves over time, changes start happening, and then eventually it either gets too complicated or too expensive, or both.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. You need to constantly be on the lookout. And that's kind of what I mentioned at the beginning too, is Microsoft included, but regardless of what network you run your ads on, you always have to come in and check your ads and make sure that your ad spend hasn't gone through the roof in one day, because things change all the time. Yeah.
Interesting. So I guess we can keep talking and talking, but the best thing you guys can do is to actually go and run a Microsoft Ads campaign for yourself. And the best place to start, in my opinion, is going to be youtube.com/IvanMana, where you can find lots of tutorials, over-the-shoulder tutorials, by the way, tutorials better than in most paid courses I've ever bought, on how to start your very first or next Microsoft Ads campaign that will include how to create your tracking links, how to do post back, how to teach Microsoft to tell your tracking software which keywords brought in the sale. I mean, pretty much everything. Now, if, however, you want to go advanced, hit the advanced mode, go, hyper mode, if you will, then you should also check out Ivan's courses at ivanmana.com. Now, depending on when you go there, the website might still be under construction because it's being redesigned, but you still want to check out ivanmana.com, because on that website, there's a full catalog of all the different courses that Ivan has created and continues to keep updated and keep them up to date in order to provide you with what's working right now. And he's not only doing that with Microsoft Ads, he's actually doing that with Google Ads. Recently, I've seen you also do one on LinkedIn, which I've checked out as well. Was really cool because I've been thinking of getting into LinkedIn ads myself. Yeah, basically, guys, if you're ready to start running your Microsoft Ads campaigns, then check out youtube.com/IvanMana. Now, we at the List Building Lifestyle also have a program called the Mads Academy, which you can check out at igor.watch/mads, and you can attend a free webinar to learn more about it. It's a detailed program on how to promote affiliate products with Microsoft Ads that you can follow along with, where we teach you how to pick products, how to set up your tracking, how to work with CPA networks, how to set up campaigns, scale campaigns. We give you a campaign checklist and everything you need to run the ads. But again, if you're just in it for the free stuff, for example, or you just want to tip your toes, then the perfect place to go is youtube.com/IvanMana. And then if you want to learn more from Ivan, if you want to get more detailed guidance and support from him, then check out his courses at ivanmana.com. Now, before we wrap up, perhaps you could share maybe one more nugget with our audience, maybe the most, either the most painful or the most profitable lesson you've had with Microsoft Ads so far.
Yeah, sure. So this could actually apply just to anything, really, not necessarily just Microsoft. And I would say that, well, when I started, and actually even years after I started, there are always campaigns that will fail. So you will always find things that won't work for a reason or another. And that's okay. You just have to keep going. Just because I'm telling you that it's possible to make money with Microsoft Ads doesn't mean that every single campaign you're going to create is going to now be profitable. Every 2, maybe 3, maybe even 1 out of 10 campaigns will be profitable, not every single one. So it's okay if you do something and it doesn't work, including on Microsoft Ads. Just keep running campaigns, just keep testing, just keep tweaking, and you will eventually find something that works, and then you can expand. So keep your head up and keep pushing in the right direction.
Nice. All right, guys, you heard the man. So this was Igor Kafitz and Ivan Mana. Thank you so much for tuning in to the List Building Lifestyle, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for listening to the List Building Lifestyle. Get access to the previous episode's transcript of today's show, as well as other exclusive content at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. Also, remember to claim your free copy of my best-selling book at www.igorsbook.com. It explains how I made millions with list building starting from scratch. Plus, I'll give you $3,000 worth of free bonuses, including my best landing page templates, email swipe files, and traffic blueprints. Go to www.igorsbook.com now to claim your free package.